welcome to another video. I decided yesterday on December 1st that I wanted to do 12 days of Vlogmas this year. So welcome to day 2. I have to rush home, create a thumbnail, and upload day 1 today. Today is December 2nd. And yeah. Oh my gosh, this camera's gonna die. Well, anyway, today is December 2nd. This is day 2 of Vlogmas. You guys will see this in 2 days. And I just got out of a routine high-risk appointment, which if you are not new here, or if you're new here, I was considered high risk, and then my daughter grew a good amount more, and then I was just barely out of the high-risk category. And so next week, we're gonna find out if I'm back in the high-risk category, or if I'm not, or what's going on, because she's completely healthy, I'm completely healthy, we both don't have any health concerns, but she's very small, which is exactly what happened in my first pregnancy. And my daughter was born at 37 weeks, 4 pounds, 15 ounces, because I was medically induced. Very small, but incredibly healthy, no NICU time. So that is what we are hoping and praying for this time. I think I just make small babies because I was a small baby and I'm also a small woman. So anyway, here's the pictures. We got a couple of pictures today, which we didn't get any pictures for like 3 weeks in a row. And then we finally got one today, which this one's creepy because she has her eye open. I don't know if you can make it out at all. That one's a little creepy. And then this one, you can't really tell what's going on, but her ear is up by her face. So yeah, anyway, my camera's gonna die. I will see you guys back at home. Welcome to 12 days of Vlogmas, day 2. Okay, well, I am officially home now. I apologize if you hear wheels on the bus or any children's music playing in the background. Addie's eating. I got home. Zach had a meeting at 3:30. I sat in the waiting room for my doctor's appointment for like a little over an hour, which was great. And I'm being sarcastic, obviously. When they finally called me back, my whole appointment was 5 minutes. It was so quick. And then, like, luckily they were able to get some pictures of her, even though they're like a little bit hard to make out. I mean, it is cool that her foot is all the way up by her face in one of the pictures, which then I said to her, I was like, okay, so then what is kicking me up there then? And she just was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, hopefully there's not a secret hidden baby there. I'm kidding, there's only one. But anyway, I'm 30 weeks in 1 day, which is wild. I have 8 or 9 weeks left. Whether or not I go into labor naturally, they're not gonna let me go beyond 40. So at the very least, I have about 8 or 9 weeks left, which is such a crazy thought. Yeah, no, it was a super long wait. So I got home just in time for Zach's meeting to start. So the poor guy was in his meeting for like about 5 minutes before I was able to take over with Addie. But honestly, it could have been so much worse. So now he's in his office, able to do his meeting and focus. And now I am home, here to take care of Addie. Luckily, I got so much work done today for like my regular work. Because if you're new here, I am a work from home mom. So I work full time from home and I take care of her full time, which would only be possible if I had my husband here to like stop in every so often and help me out. So yeah, I know that this is not possible for everyone, but we have been able to make it work and I'm very grateful for that. But anyway, it's probably going to be a hectic rest of the afternoon until we finish work. And as far as this being a Christmassy vlog, I hope those cozy clips of us like in the snow earlier and everything made it feel Christmassy. I mean, I've got my Christmas tree up, but I'm gonna have my husband bring up Christmas decorations because I want to decorate our room with Christmas. So that's gonna be what's going on in this vlog. But most of these Vlogmas videos will probably be fairly short because I am posting every other day, which is exciting, but also a lot. We have a lot of fun Christmassy things planned for the rest of this season, but nothing really planned for this week. So I'm just gonna be doing a lot of cozy things, probably at home, and there'll probably be a lot of shorter vlogs. Okay, well that is it for now. I need to make myself some lunch, even though it's literally like almost 4 p.m. I'm starving, and I'll be back later after work. Look, she's gonna do it. You got it? You gotta put it in 2. Can you put it in 2? Tree. Put it in 2. Good job.
Oh.
Good
Good job.
Yay, now we leave it and tomorrow we'll move it into 3. Well, you can't see because it's dark in here. We don't have the lamp put together or overhead light, but the crib was delivered. And we've got the changing table put together. But that'll be kind of the extent of the little sneak peek that we give, because it's Sissy's room. Because there's gonna be a whole nursery transformation vlog. But anyway, come on, let's get out of here. It's the same crib Addie has. Yeah, I'll have a whole nursery transformation video. So that'll be your little sneak peek. We've got the big furniture in. And now what we're dealing with is a dilemma. Addie wants to brush her teeth. My little glider rock, not little, it's big. My glider rocking chair that we have in Addie's room, because we don't really need to have two. Addie doesn't need one in her room. And we're gonna move her little Pottery Barn chair that says her name on it. I can show you guys. So we wanna move that chair in here. And you know what, I'll tell you guys in this vlog. Originally, you know, crib there, and then we were gonna have this dresser moved more over here, and then we were gonna stick the rocking chair in here, and then that would be the three big pieces of furniture. We'd have a rug, and then we'd have like, you know, a little basket with like her toys in it over here, and then like, I don't know, like it's a smaller room than Addie's for sure, but considering like the girls' rooms are like, I mean, this is the, you know, new baby's room, and then Addie's room is literally right there. Like, they'll be in each other's room all the time as far as like playing and stuff, and they have an entirely separate playroom downstairs in the den, which is like, it's pretty sizable. Like, it's a good sized room. It's bigger than their rooms combined and bigger than our room as well. So it's a good sized playroom. So all they really need up here, like the stuffed animals, blankets, okay, I'm getting shut out. Not a crib, a carpet to sit on, you know. So we didn't really need much more in here, but I wanted to move the glider that's in Addie's room in here. And we can't have this moved over because we had to anchor it to the wall, obviously, for safety reasons. You can't just like not have the furniture anchored to the wall. And the anchors for this wall makes it so that it's either has to be here or it has to be like behind the door, and like the door has to be able to open all the way. So now we're kind of like completely unsure of what to do. So we're gonna move eventually. Probably maybe sometime this weekend we'll do a trial. We are gonna move that big glider into this room and like try to reconfigure things and see if we can figure things out. I didn't want the crib on this wall because I didn't want like the girls' like cribs to be like so close, because this wall is paper thin, you know? Anything you're doing in here, you can perfectly hear from in here. Like when they were putting together the other baby's crib today, you could hear them like dropping screws and nails from her camera, because I was watching her to make sure she didn't wake up, because of course they came to deliver the crib during her nap, during the first 30 minutes of her nap, but she didn't wake up, thank God. But you could literally, I was watching the camera, I could hear them dropping like a nail or whatever else from inside of this room. So for sleeping with two babies, obviously it's gonna be tricky and we're gonna have to figure it out. But like I'm literally like, I might need to like figure out how to soundproof. I don't even know. I really don't even know. All that being said, that's why I want the cribs like literally on opposing walls. Like this crib is over here, and then the crib is literally on the opposing wall in the other room. So if I have to move it and it makes the most sense to move it, we will, but I don't want to. That's not how I pictured the room, and the stupid studs in the wall are the reason that I can't configure the room how I want to. If all else fails and nothing works, we will just move this chair into our room, which also is going to be difficult to configure and figure out, but like we can make it work. It just, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Make sure to subscribe so you can see what we end up doing with that. That's kind of your little sneak peek for the nursery as far as now. But the next time I really show that room, which you guys couldn't really even see that much because it's literally dark. Anyway, I'm going to start winding Addie down for bed. But Addie had a bath this morning, which we don't typically do, so she has extra time to play in her room and read her books tonight. And then I'm going to put up our Christmas decorations in our room, which I'm very excited for. What pajamas? You want to wear Christmas? What should you wear? Swan, do you want to wear this? Yeah? Okay, we'll wear that.
Yeah.
Minnie's nose? Do you need mine? Why do you keep pushing her nose in? Look, Mama fixed it. Leave her nose alone. You pushed her nose in again? Stop doing that. Leave her nose out. Just let her nose be free. Look, every time you push it in, it looks a little weirder. Look, leave Minnie alone, okay? Just let her be.
No.
Why do you keep pushing her nose in? 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. And away they all flew like a down of a thistle. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. She like whacked me in the head with a book, and I was worried that I had like a black eye or something. The baby's asleep. I changed into, hold on, comfy pajamas. My belly hanging out of the bottom. Oops. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. Like, I'm pregnant, and even though it's literally like 30 degrees out in New Jersey, I will be switching into an oversized shirt, but I just felt like matching pajama set, excuse the belly peeking out of the bottom, matched the vibes better. I'm gonna be so real. I had to clean for like 20 minutes in here before I could even think about decorating in here because it was a mess. And even still, I have my pregnancy pillow on the floor over here, and that is getting moved right back onto the bed once I'm done filming this. My little announcement to Zach that I'm pregnant has been sitting on his dresser since I announced to him that I was pregnant. Look at this line. It's so faint. Like, it's literally so faint. This one is a lot less faint. I took this one the same day. Honestly, these first response tests for me, what are these, pink dye, red dye? I don't know. These are foolproof. These clear blues, they can be a little weird. Look at the battery's still alive. And then I have all of my test strips. If you haven't seen that video of me finding out that I'm pregnant, these are so dusty. This is the one where I found out I was pregnant. You can like kind of see the line. And then I dug this one out of the trash that I took like the day before. And this one I still like, to this day, I don't see a line. But I was pregnant. It was just 2 days before I could get a positive test. I don't know. I still don't see anything to this day. But this is the one that I took 2 days before getting a positive. You know what? Actually, I don't know. These are literally basically a little over 6 months ago. So these tests are 6 months old. So indent lines are 100% a thing on these. Unless this is literally an indent line, I still don't see anything. I will never forget the shock of finding out that I was pregnant with this baby. This is 2 months away. This is 2 months away, by the way. Anyway, and then this I wrote after we got home from our honeymoon. Zach still has this sign. And I wrote this out the day we got home from our honeymoon, and I hung it on the outside of our apartment door. I was pregnant and didn't know. Pregnant with my first daughter. Anyway, let's decorate. to count the cakes. That is actually it for the Christmas decorations for now. I feel like it's been really hard to just decorate without stopping prior to having any kids, which I'm still cooking the second one, so I really only have child right now. I would do like all the Christmas decorating in one day, and I would make it like one vlog, and it would be this like huge thing, like, okay, Saturday we're decorating for Christmas. But now having a child, specifically a child that moves, I can't get everything done in one day. And so I've been having my Christmas decorations trickle in, trickle in, trickle in. So this is what we have going on. Just decorating here, because I don't want it to be too cluttered in here, because these bedside tables, like those serve a purpose. Like I don't want those getting too crowded, because my face is so red from leaning on it. Oh my gosh. Because I don't want to, God forbid, load that table up and like put my water bottle down at night and knock something over and then it wake up the baby like that would. And by the baby, I mean toddler. That would ruin my life. So, and then over here, it's just like too packed. It just, there's just too much stuff on it. I do have a quilt, a Christmas quilt that can go here, but I have to wash that still. So that'll be another piece of Christmas that'll trickle in. But anyway, I'm going to pause this movie and go downstairs and make myself something sweet. And this will be for our Christmas cards. I have to cut that side, but I got my sweet treat. How is this camera also gonna die? What? Got some things from Amazon. This is literally like, I know what it is, but I'm like, why is it? I realized Addie had no mittens for her size, so I got her some mittens off of Amazon. So this is for size 12 to 24 months, which will work for her. Oh, I can't believe she's 19 months. When she's closer to 2, even though that's gonna be April, I think these will work for her next year. But I'm like, I had a feeling like, should I buy the 6 to 12 months? And then I was like, no, like that they could be way too small. But now I'm like, these are pretty big. I'm a small person, all right? Like, but this is my hand and this is the mitten. Like these don't fit me, but they also like like they're not super far off from my hand. I mean, like I guess enough. I keep dropping them. Anyway, and then the other thing I ordered is along the same lines. I ordered a bunch off of Amazon. I always feel guilty when I do that, but I'm just a product of capitalism, okay? Why do they come like this? I hate when they make you fold it up because it always just folds down onto you. And especially a toddler, are you kidding? These are gonna fold right onto her eyes. There are hats that have like little stitches right here, so they don't fold. Yeah, so that they don't fold down. I have actually, for my own beanies, I have stitched the folds so that they didn't move. And I might just do that for hers too, but anyway. Very cute still. This is pink. The lighting is bad in here, which we're actually switching that light out late December after Christmas. My uncle's coming over to help Zach switch lights out. So the lighting in this area is going to change and I'm so excited. This is like a burnt orangey brown and this is an off-white. Anyway, yeah, it's just some winter gear for Lil Miss. And every time I buy her winter gear, I'm buying winter gear for this baby too. Because hand-me-downs, as the youngest sister, who would get hand-me-downs of my sister's hand-me-downs because we had older cousins. That's actually so funny because Addie gets hand-me-downs from my cousin's daughter, and now this baby is getting the hand-me-downs from Addie from my cousin's daughter. But I used to get hand-me-downs from that same cousin from Rachel, then it trickled down to me. It's funny how those things work. So in that way, I'm not being wasteful. But I do occasionally still have to buy off of Amazon. That's it. I think I'm just gonna go upstairs, watch Christmas movies, have my sweet treat, and edit this video. So that is it for Vlogmas Day 2. Thank you for watching. I know it was a little bit sporadic, maybe a little bit random, and that might be how some of these Vlogmas videos are, but I think we're gonna have a good amount of like cute, cozy Christmas outings and vlogs that I'll film. Like I said, we still have to decorate outside, we still have to decorate the top of our tree, we still need to go out and buy decorations, so I'm hoping to get that done this weekend. But yeah, anyway, subscribe, follow along the journey, and that is all. See you in the next one.